What's up, you hockey nuts? It's Tony Adenucci with Playmakers Hockey. Today's video is going to be the first in a series that we're going to call Scoring IQ series. And today's topic is going to be cut and shoot across the grain. Okay, so in this series, we're going to take you inside the mind of a goal scorer, as well as show you different scenarios that can do a good job at predicting successful goal scoring. Okay, so in this one, it's a combination of situation and IQ. Okay, so we're going to play the clip and then we'll rewind and we'll break it down. Okay, so let's back that up. Okay, we'll go right to the entry here. So you saw in the first two during our introduction clips, Kucherov and then Kane on his backhand do the same thing. Okay, so you can complete this on the forehand or backhand coming down your strong side or your offside off the rush. And what I like to do is, what I want to do first is just kind of take a look at the situation. Okay, the situation is a rush situation entering the offensive blue line. And for these cut and shoots or cutting and moving and then shooting across the grain, the situations that this applies to most would be even strength rush situations, or odd man situations, and what I like to call inverse odd man situations, so outnumbered situations. So what we're talking about is even strength, 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s, or that inverse odd man rush, that outnumbered rush, like a 1-on-2, a 2-on-3, or even a 3-on-4. And the reason I like these in those situations is because, one, it buys you more time and space, and two, it creates confusion with the defending team, specifically the defenseman and that first player coming back with back pressure. Okay, so in this first scenario that we'll cover, Chicago's got two right at the point of entry with a late player. So we'll say there's three men in the rush. Okay. And then Calgary's got two defensemen at the point of entry and one back checker. Okay, so you can consider this either a 2-on-2 or we'd like to consider it a 3-on-3. Okay, so there's three players in play for each team. So it's an even strength rush situation. Okay, Patrick Kane's got the puck. He's coming through with wide speed in the wide lane. He knows he's got a middle lane driver that can push these defensemen back and create some separation between this first wave of defense and then this second wave of defense. Okay, so if we roll a little bit here, he's going to enter. Okay, now that he knows it's a 3-on-3 situation and his teammate has now push to make a clearing in behind him, he's going to use that information, and now what we'd like to call is enter and cut. Okay, so once he enters and cuts, we'll keep letting this unfold. He could, like in that first clip we saw with Kucherov right off the bat, he made that short cut and then he decided he was just going to unload it and shoot it right there. Okay. In this one, Kane's going to continue. He's going to make his cut. Because he found even more back pressure here with that third man, he makes a nice little move by him. And now he's got all kinds of space on the other side of the ice. Okay, so what looked like a simple 3-on-3 at the point of entry here has now turned into the puck carrier with all kinds of time and space. Okay, and now what he's also done is he's forced the opposition to make a choice and create a switch or a rotation for these defenders. So because he does that, he now goes from being pressed by that first back checker to now having to be pressed by this, actually was weak side defenseman. Okay, so we let that unfold. Okay, the other thing I want to note before we go further is let's look at this from the goaltender's point of view. Okay, so off the rush where the puck initially started here, David Rittich, the goaltender, started on his strong post. Okay, now because the play has moved all the way across the ice, he's forced to push across and reset to get square. And the reason we like to, now we've done the cut, and now the reason we like to shoot back across the grain is because Rittich's momentum has all gone to the right. Okay, it's moving to the right where the puck has been moving. It's that much harder for the goaltender to stop his current momentum and regenerate a reaction back to the other way. So his current momentum is moving with this arrow. Now he's got to stop. If we shoot back across the grain to this side, he's got to now stop that momentum and regenerate new momentum back to that side, which is much harder than to just pump the brakes and already be square for a shot here. Okay, the other reason we like to do that, especially when you are cutting and shooting through a screen, is now if this puck, if this puck comes here right away, Rittich sees it. Okay, he sees it all the way. He should make the save 10 out of 10 times. Because Kane's going to choose to shoot back across the grain, he's using the screen, and combine that with the screen and the momentum change, then you get a goal for right here. Bang. Under the glove, back to the right-hand side of the ice. Okay, so we'll finish this one full blast again. Cut, and then shoot back across the grain. Okay, so let's look at another one. Okay, that one goes quick, so let's back this one up. Kane again in his hometown of Buffalo, where we are right now. He's going to move the puck past this first defender. Okay, so now it's going to be a rush situation. Right now it's a 1-on-2 with maybe some secondary help. So if you really want to consider this a 2-on-3, you can. But we'll watch this as a 1-on-2. Okay, he bumps it by the first defender to retain possession and speed. He understands now, once he collects this puck, okay, he's in a vulnerable position. He's going to lose some speed. But now once he gains the puck, he can, instead of continuing to attack this direction, he's probably going to be angled out. Okay, so when he does collect this puck, he's able to cut, use that open ice. Okay, and then again, he's going to be able to use the screen. Okay, he cuts, gets set, uses the screen, and now instead of shooting around the screen to the near side, he's going to shoot back across the grain to the side he just came from. And gets rewarded. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Okay, we'll back this one up. We get another good look at it. Okay, the first thing to note with Datsuk, unbelievable IQ, unbelievable skills to match his IQ. And this is the type of play that you get when you watch him play. Okay, so just one crazy thing to note on this puck reception and retrieval. Here's the near blue line. Okay, his first touch on the puck right here. Let's see where his second touch on the puck is. So, if you've got players that complain about Guys are giving me bad passes, or coaches are giving me bad passes. No excuse. You should actually be practicing retrieving short pucks and retrieving and receiving bad passes. That should be part of your process. Okay. First touch. Eludes 3 defenders with 1 touch. Okay, let's pause it. His second touch is almost at the far blue line. So unbelievable play. Okay, so now let's look at the scenario. He's got himself and he's got a teammate. So we've got 2 men in the rush. Okay, as we enter the offensive blue line. Right now he's in his own one-on-one, but now he knows it's at least going to be a 2-on-2. Okay, and as you can see by this stick right here, we've got 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders. Okay, so now we've got that inverse outnumbered odd man situation, 2-on-3. Okay, so Datsuk, instead of trying to beat Chara one-on-one, which doesn't happen too often, he's going to gain access over the zone. He's going to see his teammate Abdelkader middle lane driving, and he's going to use that space in behind the driver to cut. Okay, so let's let that go. Okay, he's going to cut, and now he's set up. He's got a nice, healthy screen here by all 3 players. If he shoots this puck to the left side of that screen, the goaltender sees that puck the whole way. And now he's able to stay square with his push. Because he shoots this back across the grain, he's going to use the screen, and he's going to take advantage of that momentum that's been generated by the goaltender. Okay, so let's just watch it finish. And then we'll get a couple good replays here so you can see it live.
This isn't even fair to be this good. Pavel Datsuk, everybody knows he's a magician. Good composer from Johan Franzen. Now can't pass. Look at that skill there in the neutral zone. Now he's working on Chara. A little bit of a pick play.
Okay, so hopefully with these clips, you've learned something. You can add this to your goal scoring repertoire. Again, it does a great job when we cut and we change sides of the ice. We force rotations, we create confusion, and we gain time and space with possession. And when we shoot back across the grain, it makes it more challenging for the goaltender to pick up, not only because of the change in momentum that he has to deal with, but also being able to use the screen more efficiently. So hopefully we learned something, and we look forward to giving you more clips with some new goal scoring IQ scenarios coming up. And make sure you guys like and subscribe for all the latest videos. Have a good one.
Hamilton has to back off. That's just snapped right by Tuukka Rask. That is a thing of beauty.